Hey, you guys. I have a huge announcement to make today. It's my birthday. And I just wanted to thank you. I had to come on here today and just give you a huge thank you for supporting this podcast and giving the time of your day. Such a huge blessing to listen to this podcast that I just put my heart and my soul into. And I wanted to give you a little bit of just a history of this podcast too. Like, it's going to be a super short episode today. Just a little bit of, just a quick thank you and some announcements, and just, again, a huge thank you to you guys. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. And I thank you for your time. I thank you. And thank you for sharing this with those who need it, and just all the things, you guys. So, all right. So it's my birthday today. So I'm going to give you, I'm gonna have an ask today. I have a huge ask. Well, it's not really a huge ask, but I have a goal of, I don't know if you've read in the show notes, but I have a goal of reaching 100 written reviews. We are sitting at 25 as of this episode. So I have a goal of 100 written reviews. And if you love this podcast, if it has impacted you in any way, shape, or form, if you left just even a quick, short little review on iTunes, or even rated it in Spotify, I would be so grateful even more. So I just wanted to have that ask, because you never know unless you ask, right? So, and most people don't know that you can even review podcasts. So thank you in advance for those. I'm so grateful. I love you all. And something else that I wanted to mention today is that I also added in a donation for the podcast. Again, it's not required. You don't have to. It's just if you feel it on your heart, you want to contribute to the podcast a little bit further. There is a donation link in the show notes, in the podcast website. You can just check it out, and there's a donation. It's a minimum of $3. Like, that's less than a coffee. It's $3. You can max it out at $10. I believe you can put a custom amount, but I mean, whatever you feel on your heart, right? Like, $3 is more than enough. And that $3 is going to go towards helping expand the podcast. It's going to help me with creating better equipment for the podcast. It's always going to go towards the podcast, you guys. I'm always going to be putting it aside so that we can further grow this podcast. Like, maybe hiring someone to do the editing, hiring someone to do, it's always going to go towards the podcast, because my goal with this podcast is just to have a global wide impact so that more people can just know God and the amazing things that He can do through your business, through your life, and just continue to help you in flourishing within your kingdom-led journey of growing a business and growing that confidence. And I'm so grateful for you guys. So anyways, there's that donation link. You're more than welcome to contribute. It's not required. You don't have to. But again, if you feel it on your heart, it's there. It's an option. And the other thing too is, I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but my most recent episode is a part 1 of a masterclass. So it's going to be a 3-part series. We're going to release the next episode next week. But with that being said, if you love those longer episodes, if you love learning through masterclasses, through longer length trainings, and especially learning through video, if you're more of a visual person, go check out the Facebook group. Again, it's in the show notes. And you can go and hang out on there with us. I have tons of previous master classes, back from, I think 2017 is when I started them. I'm not sure. I don't know the dates off the top of my head. But go and come join us in the Facebook group and come hang out with us. Come grow that community with us, because there's so many amazing kingdom leaders in there, and I feel like, maybe your ideal client might even be in there. Who knows? But either way, I would love to continue to even just get to know you guys, so you can introduce yourself in the group. I can get to know you through your voice. I can get to know you through your face and actually visually see my audience, because that's the only downside of having a podcast is I want to know you all. I wish I could just message every single one of you and just thank you for listening to the podcast. And that's hundreds of you. That's thousands of you. And I would happily take the time out of my day and go, I just wanted to thank you for listening to this episode. Like, I wish I could do that. But unfortunately, podcast analytics does not give me that type of information. So come join us over in the Facebook group. I would love to continue to nurture this beautiful connection that we have and just get to know you even further and help you grow even further. Like, if you're in, one of the things that I love about my Facebook community is I give you the opportunity to go live so that you can build that confidence within yourself with going live, because I know a lot of people struggle with going live. They struggle with that confidence to hit record, to hit publish, and not to delete their live streams after. I know that's a huge one. I still deal with that. You would have no idea, but I still deal with that. You guys, we all have our mindset gremlins. But anyways, I just wanted to just give a quick little announcement here and just kind of a little update on the community, let you know what's going on with the podcast, let you know like what we are up to in the future. And again, to date, I have no intention of ever putting ads on this podcast. And if I do ever put ads, it's not going to be a long ad. It's not going to interrupt your growth within listening to the episode. But that is something to discuss later down the road. So I love you guys. God bless you. I pray that He continues to bless you in your journey as an entrepreneur and that you just have an amazing and incredible April. I feel like April is the month, you guys. Like, April is the month, not because it's my birthday. But April has always been a huge month for me. It's always been a huge month for my clients. And it's just, I don't know what it is about April. Maybe it's just because the seasons are changing and it's beautiful where you live. I don't know, but April has always been an incredible month, and I know in my heart and in my soul that it's going to be an amazing month for you guys too. So I love you. God bless you, and thank you for tuning in again, and thank you in advance for the written reviews. Thank you in advance for the donations if you felt on your heart to do that, and just thank you for being here and trusting me as your mentor, because I love doing this podcast. God put it on my heart in 2017 to make this podcast, and I didn't start it until 2021. We are a top 5% podcast globally. Can you imagine how far and how many people I would have impacted to date if I started this in 2017? Like, please, please, please don't ever let fear stop you from doing something. Don't do what I did and wait and wait and wait. I wish I could go back and tell myself, like, it's okay, you're going to be okay. Just show up and the rest will fall into place. Like, just do it messy, just show up, get it done, and God will bless you along the way for taking action and being obedient. But anyways, this is meant to be a little announcement update episode, not a little blurb, and you know me, I could just talk forever. But God bless you. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week. Have an incredible month, and I will see you around next week for part 2 of the masterclass, Selling with Confidence. God bless.